Okay, catch your breath. Catch your breath. Not a problem.
First of all, thank you again for giving us the opportunity to interview and to have us here. For the beginning, maybe just introduce to those who don't know you, people outside of the karate world, just tell us who you are, how old you are, and what your profession is.
So my name is Stefanos Xenos. I am a karate fighter. I'm a world champion. And I took this title the last 2 months, let's say. I am 24 years old, and I am from Greece.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. The next thing, when did you start with karate?
Okay, so I started around when I was 4 years old, because my parents are trainers, are coaches, both of them, my father and my mother. And also because my siblings are champions.
Okay, this was the next question we are going. We know you and we know your family, but let the people know how many siblings you have and that they are also professional karate athletes like you.
Sure. So we are 4. There's my brother Dionysis. He is the oldest. Let's say he is 28. Georgina, she does kata. She's 26. I am the third one. I'm 24, like I said before, and there is also Livia, and Livia is 17 now.
Okay, thank you. So obviously we can see karate is in your blood and in your family.
Definitely yes. It's a family business for sure. Yes.
Great. When you won the World Championships in Budapest, what was the first thing which came to your mind? Did you have any thoughts, or was it just like you couldn't realize it?
Okay, so the truth is I didn't realize immediately, and the reason for that is that the pressure, the stress, the adrenaline was too much, and so it was a time that my dream came true, so it was not easy at all to think anything about it, so I didn't realize, yes.
When you were going to the tatami on this very day and you were touching and feeling it, could you already imagine that you maybe 6 minutes later you will be world champion, or were you just focused on the fight? Did you already have a feeling? Of course, you have the feeling I can do it, but did you touch and say I'm going to be world champion, or you were just going there and saying I'm fighting now and let's see what happens?
The only thing I was thinking that time was to win this specific fight because it was the final, and to be the world champion, because if the one doesn't happen, so the next one will also not happen. I mean, first is the good performance, and after there comes the great results. So I was thinking for sure both of them, and I tried to balance them very well.
How long did it take you to realize what was going on when the adrenaline was gone and you were back in life? How long did it take to realize what just happened?
I think I needed just a few days because, I visualized it so many times in my life. I mean, maybe now you say that I am a world champion once, but in the reality, in my mind, this has happened hundreds of times. So my truth is that I'm not world champion just for one time, just 2 months ago, let's say, or 3. I am world champion in here lots of times.
So because you were talking about this visualization and the state of mind, I think also, as we know your brother, it plays an important role when you're fighting, when you're going on to the tatami. Are there any rituals you're having before going to the tatami? Is there anything you do for preparation, or do you just work with what you've been practicing all time? Also, not also for your body, but also for your mind.
First of all, Dionysis, my brother, really plays a major role in how I grew up, in how I am talking to you right now, in what habits I have adopting, in everything, and of course in my karate life, in my career, in everything. So thank you for telling that. And so for sure I have lots of rituals. I don't know where to start because there are too many. For example, I have to share something with you is very good to share. The last day of the competition I will do a hot and cold bath for sure. And I have a very specific music, the competition music. I never listen to this music, never, in my everyday routine, let's say, but I always do in my competition life. And okay, I have to share with you one more thing. The warm-up is always the same, even my clothes of this specific day, everything.
Did your life change after you won the World Championships? Or was it like, okay, now I did what I wanted to do and I just continue and focus on the next goal? Or was there some changes in your life? Of course, you're now, I guess, at least in the karate scene, you are one of the superstars now, so...
There is one thing I have to say to all people. My life didn't change at all. It is the same thing, it is the same life. I am the same person. I'm not a better person or a worse person than before. I am not someone more important in how I see myself. I am the same important person like I was before, because for me it matters more the journey. It's more about the journey and not about the destination. Because the destination, it is just one moment, and it's just the result, the reward of your efforts. For me, it's not that much important. It's just I proved to myself that I can be a world champion. That's it. But you know that I am able to fight every day for what I love, to be in pain every day. And now, because of my title, because it is the biggest title a karateka can get, because now we are not an Olympic sport. So what is the next step? The next step is to be a world champion. So now the truth is that to handle this is a little bit difficult because the pressure is now higher, and I also have to think again which are my next goals.
What are the next steps in your career right now?
My next goal for now, of course, now in a few weeks there is Karate One Premier League Open Paris, of course, but I have to be honest. The next goal, I mean, eyes on the prize. And what is the prize? The prize is the European Championship, because the last 3 years, in the last 3 European Championships, I have bronze and silver. So now, after being the champion of the world, I think that I can say very comfortably that the next step is to be the European champion and not a European medalist.
So you want to complete the set? All bronze?
Definitely yes.
You already told us a lot of things about your mindset, preparation. Is there anything specific or anything extra you could tell young athletes who just started their career, or other athletes who are having goals? Can you give something on their way, like from your point of view? Of course, everyone has different sides on the things, but from your point of view, what can you tell, especially young athletes, but also older athletes who are just living for their dream?
I have 2 things to say. The first one is very common. I mean, everybody knows this, but you know, sometimes we know what we have to do, and we already know what we must not do, but the simple things sometimes are the most difficult. So the first thing I would say to an athlete right now is to never give up and to try their best, to be the best version of themselves, because really now maybe people see champion, high-level athletes or something like this, that I am the best or something, but not more than 10 years ago I was not even first in my own country. I was not first in national championship. So it is very important to observe and to think that okay, we are not born champions, but we make ourselves champions. That's the first thing. And the second thing I would say is what I already mentioned before about the journey and the destination, but I will just tell that you are not judged by how good player, how good fighter you are, but in how much effort you put every day and what kind of person you are. If you are a person that tries their best every day, or the one that has a lot of potential, but he doesn't really work for his goals.
When you look back, you're still young and you still have a lot of goals and a lot of competitions in front of you, but how does the journey feel for until now?
When I was 18, I was really hundreds of places below that I am now. And now I am first in the world ranking. And I am very happy and very proud. Of course, the numbers, of course, maybe we are getting judged by the results, but as I have already told, as I already said before, they are just numbers. For me, it is how much effort you put. But I really like how my journey ended up because it was step by step. And I really enjoy to see that I take one step up and one step up again, and not to do this immediately. This is very important for me to see every day, for example, that I'm getting improved. Maybe not even 1%, maybe 0.0.1%. But if I have progress, this is good for me because it means I am evolving.
When you are looking back at the way you took, would there be anything you would tell your past Stefanos, do this differently? Or do you just see it like, okay, this was the process, maybe it could have been fast, it could have been easier? Would you tell yourself, your past self, something like, don't do this, or is it just a process for you which evolved in the world title?
I am in a safe place, let's say now, so I can tell from a safe distance that, but it's also the truth. I wouldn't change anything because, especially from the age of 16, even my mistakes were my mentors. And you know, lots of people say all the time, if you lose, you learn. But I really don't believe that. I believe that if you lose, you just lose, and it's something completely different to want to learn from your mistakes. I believe it is they are different, and sometimes just take advantage of this, and some people just don't.
Okay, we are going back to Budapest for a short moment. When you think about this, let's call it a journey from the first day, from registration until the final on Saturday, when you won the title, was there any moment which was like moving out of the whole timeline? Anything special? Was it the celebration, or was it the moment when the judge made the yame and you knew, okay, now it's mine? Was there anything special? It doesn't need to be on the tatami. Any moment which was like, like burned in your memory?
Yes, there were two moments that the clock literally stopped ticking. The first moment was when I was in the warm-up area on the day of the eliminations. And my brother had just lost in competition, but I was in the warm-up and I was supposed to fight in a few minutes, let's say. And so he told me to close my eyes, and he did like a brainwash to me. He told me, you will be the world champion, you will win, we don't want anything less, because now if you don't do it, you have to wait another 2 years. And so he was speaking to me. I felt like time literally stopped. That was the first moment. And the second is more simple. I believe you will understand for sure. It is the moment of the podium, the moment of the national anthem of Greece. And I was in the podium and I was trying to feel every moment, every second, every split second, every movement, everything that I see. It was magical.
Do you have any inspiration when it comes to your path in your karate life? Doesn't matter if it's a fighter or an athlete, whatever, or if it's someone outside of the karate world.
So I have one person that inspired me too much from karate and one out of karate. So within karate, of course, like, I don't know, thousands of athletes and coaches around the world. It is Rafael Ageyev, of course, because it is he is the first person I have ever watched in YouTube, and you should imagine me being a very young guy, a very young boy that watched him in YouTube, and he was saying all the time, "I want to be like this." But you know, I couldn't even imagine being that good, for example. So now that I had such a long road, it's very touching in my heart. And the person that inspired me too much and still does, outside of karate, but close, it is boxing. It is Muhammad Ali. But not only for his sports career, but also because of his personality. I mean, what a character. He always had an opinion about what he deserves and how people should treat him, and I think of him very highly. I mean, as a person and as an athlete, so that's why he is a legend, and that even if he's gone from this world, everybody remembers him and will still do after lots of centuries.
Okay, now I will show you a video. I will not turn on the sound too much. Just tell me your feelings.
Okay, what can I say? It is amazing, and thank you guys for sharing, and thank you for because I didn't know you you even recorded it, and I just saw it in my Instagram very suddenly. Thank you for having these memories. It's very important for me because, as I said before, it's not an everyday situation. It's a very special moment. You would say the most important in my life, and wow.
People who know you, you're always doing the backflip and landing in a certain position. Can you tell us a little about this, please?
Yes, I am a big fan, like I have told to Karate Insights before. I am a big fan of One Piece. It's an anime. I find it's like a school, because really somebody will say, it's an anime, it's a cartoon, but it's not like this. I have learned a lot. The truth is I'm trying to have to spend my time productively, but if there is one thing that I can say that I relax from everyday routine is to watch anime. And so, in celebration, I did my backflip as always, but I landed with the position, the gear seconds of Luffy. No Spider-Man. From Marvel, my favorite superhero. Yeah.
After the World Championships, how many glasses of champagne did you need to drink? I guess there was a lot of celebration. Of course, you won't always drink, but can you roughly think about how many times you needed to celebrate with people? Which, of course, is part of the process and a great thing, but I can imagine somewhere it's like...
I drank, I think, one glass. And I don't remember even the drink, but it was something with alcohol, but just one glass. I'm not a fan of alcohol, of course, because it's not in my mindset, in a champion's mindset, in my opinion. But I also don't enjoy. But I celebrated just one night for food with my closest friends, with my best friends, with my siblings, with my family. because a gold world medal is not something that happens every day. And maybe, possibly will never happen again. My goal is to happen again, but maybe realistically, maybe it won't happen again. So I felt like I had to celebrate correctly.
The talent or the hard work, the dedication, what will be your way when you describe yourself?
For sure, I can say that I am a talent. And if you ask me, I would love to tell you that I am not talent. I am just a hard worker. But the truth is, I am talented from being born. This is the truth. But I can tell you for sure also that only with talent I would have some medals in children category. But in my opinion, when you grow older and older, hard work speaks louder, much more louder than the talent itself. So if you ask me, I believe in talent, in DNA, I believe it exists for sure, but you have to be very smart and very willing to work hard so you can develop those skills. Because if you let it just and work very commonly, the hard worker will win by far.
Was there anything special for this day, or was it just everything was working towards this point in your timeline of 2023?
No, there is not a secret recipe or something like this. For me, it's just like I mentioned before, that from a young age I observed very closely what my mistakes are and what I am doing really good and ideal, so I can keep moving and keep doing this and to repeat these correct things that I'm doing. And I believe the good result that everybody sees right now, it's just that it came on time. But no, if you ask me, no secret recipe at all. It's things that everybody knows.
So for the last part, we're going to some more funny or interesting, from a different point of view, questions. Was there any funny or a moment you want to cross out of your memories because it was too many things came together, like in a bad way? But maybe there's a funny story you can tell us.
Yes, definitely there is. So last year I was in Mediterranean Games in Oran, Algeria, and everything went wrong. I mean, not every single thing went normally. So on the last day we were on the starting point of the event, let's say, and we ended up on the hotel, on the village, very, very late. So I had my way in and I didn't drink anything. I was dehydrated for hours. I couldn't eat. I was like a zombie, I was dead. I had no energy. And for the finale, in the fight day, I didn't know, we were confused about the stadium, the fighting hall. We went somewhere else. And of course, I lost the first round. I didn't even catch the time to do the warm-up, nothing. So all the competitors of my category were ready with their gis, and I was seeing them. I just put my bag down. I was with my normal clothes, and I said, okay, today is a bad day. I smiled, and naturally I said, okay, it's okay, let's fight, and if everything goes normal, I will lose, but it's okay, it's just normal life.